Welcome to your weekend focus for March the 9th and 10th, 2019. My name is Kelly. This is Tarot with Kelly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now we'll turn to the cards. So I believe the sun is having a conversation with Saturn, sextiling Saturn. So they're working in harmony together. So we should have a strong weekend to getting things done, to being self-disciplined, to attacking what we need to attack in our lives as far as work and projects and assignments and obligations and responsibilities. And yet we have that Pisces sun happening, and that's we're feeling our intuition, our spirituality. We're allowing healing in. It's a very mutable energy for us, so we can go with the flow a little easier. Moon in Aries. Oh, look at this. Cards turned all over the place here. So I had this card, the Six of Cups, fall out. I get this very much of, I know this is the card of yesteryear, yesterday, our things coming back into our lives, revisiting. People that we haven't seen in a long time can show up, or we are reminded by them in some way. We pass somebody that kind of looks like them, and they jog our memories. And with Mercury retrograde, that could be very true, because any kind of retrograde is about revisiting, reorganizing, reworking, re-exploring. And I've been seeing this card very much as we are the little girl in the picture. And we're kind of hesitant. We see all those flowers and we're kind of holding back. We don't want to get too close. We don't want to touch. And it's almost like that's an angel or a spirit guide that's kind of coaxing us slowly to go near the flowers, to smell them, to touch them, to embrace them, to realize that we are deserving of them, that we can have those things in our life of beauty and happiness and joy and love. So pay attention for those things coming into your life, reminding you that you are deserving, that you are worthy. And then we had these three cards. Now, the Knight of Pentacles was right on top. And I just love the Knight of Pentacles because I get this feeling of independence, balance, confidence. I mean, we have confidence that that horse is going to go exactly where we need it to go. We have no reins on it. This is talking about an easier passage because we're not in armor. We don't even have any weapons. So it's a trust and a belief that we need to have in going forward, that things will work out, that things will come together, that the things that we need, or the people we need, the resources we need, the time we need, the energy we need will appear so long as we go forward, so long as we believe, so long as we are willing to jump on that stallion's back and ride and believe it knows the way. So trusting in ourselves, our intuition, our higher wisdom, our sage wisdom, God, our angels, our spirit guides. And these two cards were stuck kind of together. The Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Now, the Four of Pentacles is very much about what we are trying to hold on to, what we are trying to have control of in our life. And so this is the lesson of the 12 energy, the Hangman energy, 2 + 0 + 1 + 9. The Hangman teaches us how to give up control and take time to reflect and take time to just be, and pushing your ego aside. Here we're hugging that one pentacle so tightly. We got our foot on each of the other ones. We are not letting them go, and nobody is going to get them but us. We are in control of this. But in doing that, we can't stand up. We can't see that amazing gate behind us with the giant pentacle, held there by two angels in perfect balance. So what are we holding up, or what are we holding on to in our life? What are we not allowing to, in an area of our life, of letting go or surrendering or just being? That limits us, that holds us back, that doesn't allow us to tap into this beautiful King of Wands energy. The King of Wands is all about higher learning, adventure, travel, the journey, the adventure. He just wants to go. He's like, take the picture already. Come on, let's go. Let's go on the journey. Now, that doesn't mean he's so spontaneous that he hasn't thought it through, but he does take, a calculated risk. And when the King of Wands starts diving within, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, whenever they start diving into a project, a goal, a path forward, everybody wants to join in because of the enthusiasm. Then, I kind of got, maybe it's representing our childlike wonder, the 3 energy. 1 plus 2 for the 12 is a 3. So 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9, 2019 turns into a 12. We narrow it down even further to the 3 energy, and the 3 energy is such a divine energy, such a beautiful energy, and it's a childlike energy. It's finding, it's becoming curious again in our lives. Sometimes when we surrender, sometimes when we let go, sometimes when we push our ego aside, all of a sudden more options open up to us. The horizon seems to expand in some way. So the curiosity, the imagination, the expansion of your creativity or your self-expression, those cards all made a statement. We're going to just put those back in. I'll just draw 3 because we spent so much time with those. Usually I do 5 for the weekend, but we'll just pick 3 more here and do a weekly kind of reading layout for us. Because we did go through the 4 cards that jumped out. And look at that, we start with the High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess definitely asks us to sit in quiet and contemplate the magic that already lays within us. To bring in happiness, joy, balance, to create our dreams, expanding our self-expression, understanding what we bring to the table when it comes to our talents and our gifts and our abilities, and just who we are, the unique self that we bring to a relationship, to a group of people, to the community, to your family. So I would say meditation is beautiful, especially with that sun in Pisces. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Spiritual energy. 5 of Pentacles. Now, the 5 of Pentacles is in the detriment, and it's been coming up a lot, even when I watch other readers. It seems like this card keeps popping up all over the place. Now, here we sit in front of the door of abundance, and we're looking sad. We're worn out. We just don't want to go any further. We're never going to make it. We're never going to do it. We're never going to climb over that mountain. We're never going to break through that roadblock. And yet it's in detriment for this reading. So we're feeling stronger this weekend. Now, maybe we still won't see that door of abundance, that pathway open to us. But I think in some way we get some direction. In some way we go more of this figure of standing up, being independent. not feeling like we have to lean on something. And we're brushing ourselves off and we're standing up straight and tall. We're looking forward to our path. Now, we're not looking towards the door here. So if you're not seeing that path open up to you, don't worry about that. It's more about seeing the beauty and the magic that you have within you. So that belief in who you are and what you bring to the table, what you're good at, that's the thing that's really going to open the door for you. So if you can't see the door, turn the attention back on yourself and see your tools that are already in the toolbox, packed and ready to go on your way. Nine of Swords, worries, concerns, the little details. You know, Saturn and Pluto, I mean, they're close the whole year, so I don't think there's too many days where we can't really look at the little details. So when we're overlooking them, that's when we lose sleep, because we're missing all these finer points, and we think that we're doing so good, and yet we've missed things along the way. And that's where the retrogrades come in handy. I mean, we all go, oh no, not Mercury retrograde. Of all the retrogrades, Mercury retrograde, everybody just kind of ducks under a rock really fast. And yeah, there are things with electronics and travel plans, and things get delayed and things happen, and boy, do they happen. But a retrograde is there to help us learn and grow and see where we might have missed things along the way. So I don't, even though I find this one of the more depressive cards within the deck, I think it's actually here to serve us because, I mean, we had the High Priestess as our first card. The Five of Pentacles, which is also a card that kind of pulls us down in the energy, is in detriment, which means it's not going to pull us down like it usually can. This is a time when we can actually stand a lot stronger in our steps. And we may not see exactly where we're going yet, and that's okay. So long as you are turning that energy back within and seeing your gifts and talents, building up that self-worth, that confidence, that courage in order to step forward into something. But this is one where I think we'll be a little upset with ourselves if we're not looking at the details. We're not making sure that we've missed, you know, a conversation or a step or reading the fine print. So don't try and skip over things right now. Look at the details. And retrogrades are good because we revisit things, we replan, we reorganize. Anything with re. And if there's a retrograde I'm most fond of, it's when Neptune goes retrograde. Because when Neptune is going forward, sometimes we buy into the illusions or the delusions. We can convince ourselves of things that aren't really as they are, but we tell ourselves it's just fine and it's perfect and this is the way it really is, and that's all we see through our rose-colored glasses. And when Neptune goes retrograde, it kind of pulls, and Neptune isn't going retrograde or anything, but it pulls our glasses off. And we see through the illusions. And maybe somebody else has been illusioning us or disillusioning us in some way. And we see it. So that's just, you know, if there's a planet to go retrograde, I'm always happy because we see through what's actually going to be a roadblock down the road. Or where we're buying into something that we shouldn't be investing in. So we have the Mercury retrograde, so it is about the details. Pay attention. Nature's Whispers comes out to say what to us? Maintain your childlike spirit, 27. And I was talking about that. Wasn't I? In the other cards I would assume then. So I don't see them here. Maintain your childlike spirit. Nature holds all aspects of light. This light is the same brilliant light that shines out of every child while they are still in touch with the magic of the world, the magic of themselves, the magic of nature. Find the innocence of your childhood light within you and reconnect with it. This light represents your virtue and holds the memory of perfect trust, fearlessness in others, and total self-reliance. It will allow you to see the world it will allow you to see the world with the eyes of a child. You will be excited to learn new things every day. How much happier our world would be if everyone reconnected to his or her purest essence. And I mean, it was all in the first card of the High Priestess. Wherever you're restless or you feel smothered or you feel confused, or pull that energy back into the magic of who you are. Get out a pen and paper, write it down. No one else is looking. Nobody else will ever have to read it. So be honest with yourself. Stop being humble, or just find the inner child. That'll lead you forward. But don't be missing through the details this weekend while we do that. Definitely try and tap into your magic. Explore your inner magic. See how you can utilize that inner magic to move one step in front of you. One step. Independence. Independence, I think I was talking about leaning on others and standing in our own independence and knowing we've got this. So the cat comes out again. The cat went away for a very long time, but the cat is coming back. The cat came back. What song is that? The cat came back the very next day. Clever, secretive, mysterious, intelligent, independent, and nocturnal. If you've it's your road. It's your road alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it forward for you. I'm messing up here. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. So if you want to pump your muscles and have that, beautiful body, that masterpiece that you see in your mind, you can read all the books, you can watch all the videos, you can have all the conversations you want about it. But unless you actually do the work, it'll never happen for you. So it's about us claiming our path forward. Us saying, I want this in my life. This brings me happiness. This brings me joy. Remember that childlike energy? So be a little bit of a kid. Look for that joy. Look for that happiness. Look for the giggles and laughters. You'll be amazed how other things in your life will start to come together because of that, if you tap into that energy this weekend. If you've chosen cat, this is a strong message that you are to look at where in your life you're relying too heavily on another. Cat tells you that you are intelligent and clever enough to walk your path alone. If you've just received a new job or a job promotion, you may feel like you're walking unsteadily, but Cat tells you that you are not giving yourself enough credit. In relationships, Cat tells you that you need to look at the balance of the relationship. Have you been letting your partner take the lead and making the decisions without your input? And maybe it's time to bring some balance back into that relationship. Cats have always been associated with mystery and the supernatural. It was once believed that cats were demons or spirits, and witches used them as their familiars. They can sometimes be unpredictable, 99% of the time be unpredictable and sneaky. You may be interested in the supernatural, the occult. Cat tells you to research and learn. Cats are also associated with healers, and healing with their calming purrs being used on a vibrational level is healing. Cat may be telling you that you are in need of some healing. You can snuggle with a cat or kitten, but if you're not fond of the creatures, you can use massage, meditation, acupuncture even. Maybe you just need a cat nap. Cats are nocturnal, and since many are afraid of the darkness, cats tell you it's time for you to look within the deep dark fears that you have suppressed. And Pisces is about unacknowledged and repressed parts of self coming to the surface. And in any retrograde energy, that could appear. Something could happen that would trigger that memory that was long ago buried and forgotten, so that you may deal with it. So don't look away from things like that. Okay? It's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to say that wasn't fair. But accepting the lesson that you take from it. And many times we learn these things when we're little in life, very young in life. And so we have to remember that we made the rules to protect ourselves going forward with a 5-year-old's mentality or a 10-year-old's mentality or a 16-year-old's mentality. And to redefine what the rules should be, or if there should even be a rule. Maybe you realize now that they were in the wrong for saying that or doing that to you, or giving you that example to live by. So it's really about tapping within your magic this weekend, celebrating life as a child, letting out your inner child, being truthful about your inner child, knowing that you can stand on your own 2 feet. And yet, we don't want to be overlooking the details. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.